been sending everything. That Star Wars thing is gonna cause a lot of issues.
You heard about the guy that killed himself?
I thought that was a fake.
No, that happened in North Carolina. That shit was legit.
Well, fuck him. Burn in hell.
That was legit. He
Fuck
was
him.
like, white power supremacy. Like, really? But you died.
All right, and then the last thing, I don't know if you guys are getting that in the
We
chat.
are. The only thing is that I can't view it since I'm doing the streaming.
No, that's fine.
So
That's fine.
you guys will do it. I'll just hear it and.
Yeah, that's so that you know, if I'm talking, you know, folks can get caught up with it. Oh my gosh, the last thing, but actually I wanted to. We'll have enough. We'll have enough. No worries. Where the fuck?
Damn, how the fuck I ain't
Alright, there it is. Alright. Alright. Alright, so the first topic is gonna be organic about like if these folks should be continuing to support the 7th gen. But don't worry, you'll see how everything's steered. Oh, excuse me. I'm lucky I even made it back. Get up to go early.
What the? I heard that, whoever that was.
That was my
Missile.
phone.
Okay.
Alright, let me. I gotta queue up a fucking video. We'll just use the Street Fighter 5 shit, even though we fucking beat this goddamn thing to the ground itself.
What about your Destiny stuff?
I don't
I know you don't
upload
like
that
it.
much anymore.
Hmm?
I don't upload that much anymore.
Because
if you haven't
this way it'll
noticed,
vary up the
no, I get that, but
cartoon.
I'm saying like you barely see me upload any content, and there's a specific reason why I don't do it, because the shit that I be doing is
just way
not
too long?
it's not appropriate. Like I'm telling you right now, like I do some crazy shit on my stream. Like I stopped giving fucks. So I don't think you want to have like naked titties on the screen and
Hey!
all
You
that.
got titties on your
Yeah.
screen, man? Damn.
I'm just saying. I do all types of
Titties on
fucking
your
shit.
screens?
Yeah, he's
on
like
your
that.
screens, man?
Nelson, shit.
I'm
Follow
just
you,
saying.
man.
that's what I'm talking about.
And then you going along with the movement. I'm done. I'm fucking done.
Yeah, just don't get the fucking channel banned now.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not showing any.
Alright, let me review it and then I'll upload it.
Damn it.
He said, "Let me review."
we-
I guarantee.
You gotta review them
I
titties, man. You gotta
guarantee-
review them titties,
I
man.
guarantee the first 5 seconds of the video, you'll be like, "Oh damn, no, so you went too far."
No, you're gonna
No.
see his camera angle up, so you just see his head. You're gonna see a lot of shoulder movement.
I'm not
Like
even.
that.
You know what?
I'm not even in the video
Oh,
shot.
shit.
The only thing that you see is the gameplay.
Oh, I'm talking about Alex right now.
Oh.
His camera's gonna angle up, so you only see his head. You're gonna see a lot of movement with his neck and shoulder. Just his one
His
shoulder.
mouth gonna be a gap.
The breathing gets heavy,
Yeah.
fast.
And you know what? No comment. You guys too much. Alright, so whenever
Hopefully
you're
not
ready.
man boobies. Nah, it's definitely not man boobies.
What, man boobies?
Nah, no man boobies.
Fuck.
He said, "Fuck." Whoa, you sound like you was upset about no man boobies. Hold on.
Man, I'm over here playing Metal Gear, man.
I know, I'm fucking with you, man.
I get to play it. Yes. Yes. And it's the day one? What? What's the difference with the day one?
Nothing. You just get like small little pieces of content, which is very like it's kind of needless when you get further in the game. I'm gonna let you know right now.
You
What
have
game is
no
it?
idea how I can't wait to start playing this.
What game is it?
Phantom Pain.
Phantom Dust. No, I'm just kidding.
Are we talking? You still haven't played Metal Gear yet?
No, I funding, man. Like I had to prioritize, but that was a major plus. I'll be doing.
All right.
Saturday
Is
morning
any of you
to-
guys like watching the stream on?
Jump
your end
online.
as a
Yeah, I'm about
fellow-
to do it.
Yeah, I see it.
No, because I just want to know if you hear like I'm gonna replay all these sounds and just let me know if you hear it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Get your hands up!
Real trap shit.
Dying all the time.
Killer.
If y'all hear any of those sounds, let me know.
You talking about the TV in the background?
Yeah.
I'm watching the Mike Tyson mysteries.
I see the stream, but it says 1 moment, please, intermission.
No. I mean, you didn't hear no audio?
I have it on mute. Yeah, I hear the audio.
Alright, so I'm gonna replay those sounds again. Just hold on.
Real trap shit.
Get your hands up! Okay!
If you heard that, then you let me know.
Slinky Jim said he heard it.
No, I know. I'm just saying from like the panel.
Oh yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Yo, that sounds good. That sounds real good.
Yeah, it's coming in through my headset. That's why.
That sounds real good.
But you guys won't know about the sound because again, you guys can't hear it. I have to find a way where you can, but at the moment, I can't.
All right, we'll make it work.
You could do what I did with the
Well, Nelson, just do it like you did the video feed layer in OBS.
What are you talking about?
Make a different scene, and then put just that window, right? And then whatever's in there, it should just play similar to how you're doing with
using
Skype.
a soundboard on your computer, not on a separate device.
Yeah, it's on a website.
It's on a web browser only. It's a web-based browse soundboard.
Okay. All right.
And
That's
I
yeah, because I'm using my phone. That's how I could funnel it in, so you guys hear it too.
Okay.
If I had a sound mixer, this would have been like 10 times easier, but it's fine. At least the stream can fucking hear it.
Hookahs? Really? Really?
I'm gonna start everything up, so lower anything in the background that will cause sound distraction. Alright, I'm gonna cue up the music. Okay, play your video. Alright, so Alex, just start rolling in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on? New gaming order. We back smacking Mitches, not bitches. New gaming
Holy shit.
coming at you for the 22nd of October 2015. If I'm a little slow or not really as enthused because our dentist is poking at my broken tooth, I gotta go back.
Was the only thing he was poking with, Alex?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And honestly, I wasn't even supposed to be on, but I was doing able to do about 100 something on the turnpike, and I got back in time. So
Alex, you shouldn't be admitting things like that.
I don't give a hoot nanny. All right, but anyway, new gaming order. We have a good majority of the staff. Unfortunately, certain folks I wanted to talk some topics on, but they're just not available.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Start with free play mode, introductions, and make sure you new gaming order. Slinky Jim, rest of you guys who are watching in the chat, check out free play mode. He had 2 topics where me, Nelson, and Shinwar were guests on his show. I highly recommend it. Check it out. In the middle, you got the floor.
Okay!
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy David from the Free Play Mode, and as Alex said, I want to give big shouts to Shinwar, Alex, and Nelson for appearing on my podcast, well, Quick Hit, which you can find on my YouTube channel, Free Play Mode, at YouTube. And right now, I am going to do another open challenge for any fighting game that I have that's out there. We still got to play Killer Instinct now, so I'm still waiting on that.
Yo, you never got on, so I'm like,
dude, man, you see me on the Xbox all the time. You could send me the invite. But seriously, any people out there that want to play UFC, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Killer Instinct, King of Fighters 13, Soul Calibur 4.
Oh, I think PJ's calling your challenge. He's like, I'm jumping on. Be scared of PJ. What's going on, Project Justice?
Dude, you ain't even make it out of the brackets out of Evil. I'll whoop your ass, PJ.
Hold on.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Bang, bang.
You know he gonna say something, but it's all great.
I know. But PJ is my boy, yo. He knows I'm messing with him. But yeah, man, whatever you want to play, yo, just let me know.
Alrighty. Kissimmee, what's going on? How you doing? I know a couple of podcasts skipped, but it's all gravy.
Hey man, ain't nothing, man. Just gaming on this Metal Gear Online, have a little bit of fun. Just beat The Witcher's DLC. That was pretty damn good. But other than that, man, ready to talk some games.
right, sweet. On your knees, Mr. Sound Effect Man, who's on it. Timing.
Always wonder why his name was On Your Knees, man. What are you doing on your knees? That's what
Oh, hit the missiles on fire.
Yes, he is.
He pays me well. That's why.
What? Wait. Oh, wait. Oh my God! Hey, shots fired. What's this new Game and Order Civil War? Unbelievable.
Well,
But
I didn't say anything. What?
No, that's all good. But Chris, intro.
I got a whole lot of nothing right about now. Just doing the same shit, different day type of deal, and
That's what she said.
yeah, that's because your mom also pays me the shit on her chest. But that's
Oh.
talk about buckets today.
Oh my goodness! You know what? It's all love here. We ball
Real trap shit.
Oh.
Continue.
No, I got that's about it. So let's go ahead and get into this, shall we?
Alrighty. NYC Playboy, my favorite member right now. He hooked me up with this right here. I've been meaning to get this game. I just didn't have the funding to do it, and he hooked me up. God bless you. Thank you so much, Playboy. Intro, man.
Hey, everybody, good evening.
Speak up.
Hey, everyone, good evening. I'm glad everyone is here in the chat. Everyone's here on Skype. Looking for another good week of video game talk. Let's see. I've been, of course, traveling, but I've been spending my time between my Korean MMOs, the new Star Trek, Star Wars expansion, and also the Blade and Soul North American Alpha and the Devilian North American Alpha. So it's been quite busy.
Did Kingdoms Under Fire ever get a U.S. release?
No.
Oh, shit.
Is it ever gonna get a release?
No.
Dang.
Yes.
You know what?
They hate
What was that? Change.org or petition it? Maybe
Yeah.
if enough gamers. I don't know. They work on that. All right. So moving on to Nelson, co-CEO, co-producer. What's going on, man? What you got in your crib? Shout out to Michael Hurdle. I like using his quote, but I'm the juggernaut, so I can't steal it from him. But, go ahead.
What's up, everybody? Interesting week, I guess, because shit ain't happened in gaming world. So you're about to hear a lot of random organic stuff that we're gonna compile together. Later on, we'll talk about PSAs. I would like to give a shout out to IFC Yipes, who actually did an honorable thing of helping a fellow gentleman out of the subway track when he fell, and apparently Yipes was about to almost 30 seconds away from dying by getting hit by a subway car from helping somebody, and he torn his ACL.
Oh shoot, for real?
So-
He's being a superhero?
So, God bless him, speedy recovery, bro. And for all you people who sat there and looked at him and did not help him, fuck every single one of you. You're a bunch of bastards for not helping him and that old man out of the fucking subway track. What the
Bunch
fuck is
of
that?
bastards.
How much you bet? How much you
bastards.
bet? Everybody pulled out a cell phone and started.
And put it on World Star or some
Yeah.
dumb shit like that. So for all you guys who just assholes, fuck you. Just straight up. I wish the worst for you.
Wait, who applauded that? What the heck?
I'm applauding Nelson's rant.
But,
Oh my gosh, yo! What the heck?
but,
Nelson coming with straight venom.
But on a
That's
positive
poison.
On a positive note, on a positive note, I would like to mention one thing, which is a PSA, but I'll mention it right now. For all you guys who's out there been saying like, oh, Kojima did not leave, that was just because of the farewell party that they posted on Twitter extremely late. He's gone.
Yeah, and the 90 days. Okay, I'll put it like this before we start the first organic topic. On check out Free Play Mode's video. We actually talked about that. Konami's doing damage control and trying to hide the fact that he is gone, and they just don't want it out too early. He's on the no compete clause.
It's been out for like 6 months. How the hell are they hiding that?
Yeah, but they're like, oh, he didn't leave. Yeah, he left. Yeah, he's done as of October 9th. All the details you can find on Free Play Mode's video. Check that out. We spoke about that at length. So, yeah, we actually did a dual broadcast. He has his version, and we have our version. But, yeah, make sure you check out Free Play Mode's channel for that. Getting started, I came across a couple of articles And this is actually going to be a semi-response to the Sony fanboys, where, yeah, this PS4 is definitely doing better, but the ratio, remember it was about 7-1, now it's like 2-1. It's not to say that Microsoft is doing so much better. Now they're still second to Sony, but I forget. I'll put the article in the chat once somebody else is talking. But Microsoft right now is its own worst enemy, and I say that because they're still putting too much support into the 360. Now, Sony is smart, and I believe, and Nelson might be able to back me up with this, they're ceasing production on the PS3s. Yes. So Sony knows that, okay, it's time to move on. So if you don't give them an option to say, hey, hold on, I mean, because there were some games, I forget what the sales charts were, but some 360 games had #1 selling positions. It's like Microsoft is cannibalizing itself. Pull the plug on the 360. Get that backwards compatibility up, and you'll see the sales change, because a lot of where Microsoft also deserves what they're getting, because they're double dipping. They're selling 360 content still. They're still getting support for it, but now you got to start choking them out and say, hey, you got to move on. You know, I was using an analogy with, places of employment. You got some people who want a better job or whatnot. If your company moves, if you want to get all that the company can offer to you, but you still want to stay in one place, hey, you're going to miss out unless you move. Okay! Now the migration needs to happen. Too many people are still holding on to the 360. It's dated hardware. Dated content. Time to move on. I think once they get the catalog or the games from the 360 fully backwards compatible on the one, I think the sales will start to bump, because a lot of the people are still holding on to the old system. But I just wanted to start that as a base, and then start with free play mode and go around the table. What are your thoughts on what I just said? Now, that's an organic topic. That's not something that's just been out there. I mean, later on in the podcast, I'll probably isolate on one, but Microsoft, is it time to pull the plug on the 360?
It's been okay. You can see that they're not like releasing any new bundles or anything with the 360. They're mainly getting rid of their own inventory, so I don't blame them for doing that. They're not like with Sony. They've ceased production of the 360. They're not making them anymore. There's just a lot of them in warehouses that still have yet to be shipped out. The same holds true for Sony, whereas Sony is like, well, we're gonna eat the cost on this. Microsoft is trying to squeeze every last dime they can get out of the Xbox 360 and ship in the remaining stock out there, and that's not a bad way to be, because you still have like parents out there that won't buy their like younger children an Xbox One, but may feel comfortable buying them an Xbox 360 for like $100 or $150 as opposed to $350 on an Xbox One. So I have no problem with that. And the thing with the Xbox One closing the gap, I think it has a lot to do with Phil Spencer. Okay. He's made all the right moves. He's done the correct marketing. He's said the right things. He's brought the right games to the system. Like, it's not anything wrong that Sony has done. This is just an inevitable thing that was going to happen. Because everybody expected Phil Spencer to be the one to right the ship and get it in the right direction. And
interjecting, he did admit that he's like, hey, we cannot catch the PS4. Okay, this is the head guy. He's like, we're not going to catch them. They're going to do the best that they can with what they inherited from Magic.
See, I think that's great with him being honest, because it doesn't set unrealistic expectations going forward. Because they know the damage was too great coming out of the start. It's like a run. It's like a race. It's like when you hear that gun, you got to take off instantly, and Microsoft didn't take off instantly, and it hurt them, and it hurt them to the point where they're not going to catch Sony. That's been fairly apparent for like the last year now.
Yeah, that's admittedly so from all objective gamers who analyze.
But it's a good thing when the head of a company, well, the head of a division, displays honesty like that. Because now, I think, now that they're unburdened by the fact that they're not going to catch Sony, it leaves them open to try a lot of different things that they can incorporate into the next hardware generation. So that's my opinion on that.
Okay, now I'm seeing some interesting comments in the chat. You know, Project Justice. It's a matter of a preference. You know, I look at it from, I got the one before Street Fighter V was announced, and to me, there's more to gaming than one franchise. So that's why I was blessed with funding to get both systems. So, you know, that, again, that's a matter of preference. Just responding to that in the chat.
Can I interject real quick? Just what you just said now, Project Justice, I'm old. I got other shit going on in my life. I can't play every game, but I play Street Fighter. Micro Hurdle, is that you?
What? Oh my goodness. No, it's just, you know, I'm realistic with it because I just try to stay broad as best I can. But then again, that every gamer is different. Like, you know, if they want one franchise and they'll go where that franchise is, hey, that's all their own. You know? I just had to explain, like, you know, some people were saying because of Street Fighter such and such is selling. No, this was happening before Street Fighter was announced as an exclusive. So that's just something, you know. But yeah, just responding to that. And then also, Black Dragon, in reference to the backwards compatibility thing, if you heard what I said earlier, there's an article that I even think Review Tech was talking about, where Microsoft is paying for their own sins. They're double dipping with this 360 because content is still selling there, right? So if they can just make sure that backwards compatibility and that library is available on the one, it won't move anymore of the old systems because they need to get the numbers up on the current system. People are still lagging and not migrating over, whereas most of the Sony folks, they don't have backwards compatibility, so it's like, hey, what the hell on? It is what it is, you know. Might sound strange, but I'll put the article once this is on YouTube, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But Demizzle, did that finish your point? Because for the sake of time, I went to get.
Oh yeah, go ahead, man.
All right, Khalif, what are your thoughts on the topic?
Well, I mean, as far as I'm trying to figure out, are we trying to argue that the backwards compatibility is going to boost Xbox One sales, or is going to downplay the 360 sales?
Basically, part of it is they need to just pull the plug on the 360 support. They need to just start focusing all resources towards the one, marketing or whatever, so that, you know, it can balance out some of the sales, because I think that's what's hurting it. You know?
I mean, my thing is with I don't see anything really promoted for 360 anymore. I think people are buying. I don't think that people are buying 360 these days, you know, unless they're buying it for Netflix and, you know, just for, just like you said earlier, with some parents don't feel like their kid should have an Xbox One. They want to get them the dumbed down version, the baby version, get them the 360. You know, it's a little bit cheaper. You know, they may feel like they can handle it a little bit better because it's not a newer system. You know, some people think like that. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I don't think that. Well, at first I thought backwards compatibility would move a lot of Xbox Ones. But
it's
now,
not fully out yet. It's out.
I know.
Next month.
I get that. I get that. But the more that we start to move on to it, I'm really not so sure anymore, because the games that we're seeing on next gen are selling, you know, are looking better, are playing better, and people are, you know, really moving on, especially with these deals that we got going on.
But you see, here's the thing. You know, what I'm actually focusing on, what I think is something that Review Tech was saying, some of the 360 folks, they have their games and they're not moving. They're staying there. And what Microsoft needs to do, if they can get those people, the mules, that are staying in 7th gen to move on to 8th gen, okay, hey, come over here. But we have all this new content.
But I'm saying there's nothing more they can do. They got Halo. Halo's coming out. Tomb Raider's coming out. They're putting out all their
No,
Xbox
I get
One
that.
Premier
I get
titles
what
out
you're
there.
saying.
Can I interject on that just
All right,
right quick? The problem with why you have a lot of stragglers, especially on the Xbox 360 side, but you also have some on the PlayStation 3 side that are hesitant.
Sony is smart though, because
like the last generation and the jump to this one presents a unique challenge in that previously console generations were between like 5 and 6 years, so you didn't have people building up these massive libraries of games. And now with the previous console, like the Xbox 360 is in its 11th year and the PlayStation 3 is in its 10th year, you have these people that have invested all kinds of time and money into these libraries where they previously hadn't. So they're hesitant to leave that behind, because it's not like the jump from PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3 or the original Xbox to the Xbox 360 where the games didn't hold up graphically. Last generation was the first generation of true HD gaming, so the games hold up. The games,
like Halo
games
4
still look good.
Yeah, Halo 4, Halo 3.
And let's be real here.
I mean, my thing is this.
There hasn't been that big of a jump.
Let me finish my point, man.
Oh,
let me finish my point. My thing is, there's nothing. I don't feel like there's nothing more that they can do. They're doing all they can to promote the Xbox One. They're not going to downplay the 360 because that's their product as well. So I mean, if people want to buy, I mean, at the end of the day, they're trying to make money, right? So if they selling 360s, let them sell the 360s. But they're not. They're putting out the Xbox One and they're promoting it. I see them promoting their exclusive. They putting it out there. And I mean, as far as them beating Sony, they know they're not gonna.
We know that, and this is for these people in the
know.
chat. Yeah,
we understood that, but I think they're understanding that. Okay, when Phil Spencer said what he said, what I got from it was, okay, let's get in our own lane. We're gonna be in our own lane, and we're gonna do what we do instead of worrying about what Sony got going on. Instead of trying to be the best, because at first I remember Phil Spencer always preaching that we want to be the best, we want to win, and he don't have that attitude anymore because he know there's no winning. The damage has been done from when the Xbox launch was so trash. The damage has been done, so he knows that there's nothing really else that he can do. So they're gonna stay in their own lane and do what they do. And they're selling consoles. They're not doing bad. I mean, they're just not doing as good as Sony. So,
Sony is making the right moves, and like I said, the contrast is Sony is discontinuing manufacturing of the PS3. They're doing it right. Microsoft, do it right. So
let me I wait a minute. All this investing time and money, blah 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 blah. It's making my head hurts. Didn't these companies, PSN and Xbox Live, didn't they invest in like store digital gaming, cloud gaming, or whatever? Can't these PS3 games and Xbox Xbox 360 games be stored on your account, and then you get a new system? It's all this backwards.
Well, yeah,
you know what? That's why I play PC games, because I don't have the time.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, to answer that, the 360, if you have your digital titles, anything that's tied to your Xbox Live account, same as Sony, whenever you go to another system, download and play it. That's how it works. Like, it's tied. The DRM is tied to your account. So, in a perfect world, that'd be the best way. Like Steam.
And with the advent of Windows 10 and everything, and all this merging of Xbox gaming and Microsoft PC computing, and all, you know what, my nerves. If it's time to move on. You invested your money. You put 10 years. Good for you. You had a good marriage. Time to get some new pussy, okay? Come on, let's put it there.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm putting it with it.
But the old, I understand that logic, but the old pussy, is just what you want, how you like.
That's so reliable right now.
When this gaming and
I apologize, I'm going straight to hell for that. I'm so
it's gonna take a little bit before a new booty knows how to do what you like. So you gotta stick with the old booty.
Let me make sure of something real quick.
Yeah.
Let me make sure of something real quick. So are you like are you saying that they're not moving on from the 360 because they haven't discontinued it yet? Because
no. The Microsoft still continues to support. Like even with the what was that? The dashboard upgrades, more storage space and all this other stuff.
But that's part of the network. That's part of Xbox Live, though. That's not.
No. I mean, why would you keep upgrading your 7th gen stuff?
But
like,
that's what. This is my point. Sony. This is my thing, though. Sony's doing the same thing with the cloud storage and upgrading that. So it's PSN as a whole. As a whole. If you want to say that, PlayStation is still supporting PS3 and a dead system in Vita, from some people saying, because of the PlayStation Plus free games that you get.
But I think
them
the point is
they put out 2 free games for PS3 every month. That's supporting your system. I mean, the same thing that Microsoft is doing. They're both supporting their last gen systems. But Sony's discontinued the PS3. I don't consider that them abandoning the system and moving on.
But think about it though. To combat that, if you think about it, if they're discontinuing the manufacturing of that system, right? Eventually, the support is going to stop. Why continue to put stuff out there? You know what I mean? And they're not pushing that out. They are doing the right thing,
But
and they're making people move on to the next platform.
It just sounds like, to interject on that, sounds like a big contradiction, because you said you wanted to cease and stop like the support for the backwards compatibility. Well, I'll get into that. For the Xbox 360,
I see what you're saying. There's a hardware and a software thing. The hardware, they're moving on. Sony's moving on from the hardware. Microsoft, like with the stragglers who are like, hey, I like my 360 games, right? Spencer, when he went to those guys and said, hey, can you bring this to the One so we can get those guys to move over here, maybe to help improve their sales. That's what I'm talking about in terms of...
I would agree if it was true backwards compatibility, if every single game worked no matter what. But with it being with this limited, limited here and there, I don't, that's not true backwards compatibility, because you're going to get some people out there, they're going to want to play one certain game and they'll say, fuck it, I'll go and buy a 360. There's been people that go and buy these systems on a whim like that for one game. If you're not supporting the game that they want to play, they're going to play it any way they can. So I mean, if this was true backwards compatibility,
and for what they said, every month they're going to just add to the catalog. Now, being that they don't have licenses, for instance, let's say Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate, right? Capcom is in bed with the competitor, right? So they have to get special permissions. They have the license to have that game on a 360, but not the same license or permissions to do it on the One. So now it's a bunch of legal red tape that they got to go around to make that even.
Well, that's for every game that they want to do backwards compatibility.
That's why, and that's to answer the compatibility thing. As far as the games that aren't supported yet, if you saw what they said at E3, eventually they will. But I know that they're trying to do the first party first. Like, hey, in-house, make all Microsoft Studio games work. Okay, fine. Because they have all the permission. But then later on with third party, so on and so forth, that's going to be another thing that they have to play around with. But those who are stuck with their games,
I think by that time, it'll be well into that point where people have definitely just moved on to next gen. By the time you get everything that these people probably want to play, they're gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna get an Xbox One anyway, and it'll have already been done.
Okay, it's just a point. I just want to, on your knees, what are your thoughts on Microsoft and just Sony doing the right thing? Well, that's just my opinion. Some folks might not agree that they're slowly phasing out the PlayStation 3, but I mean, Microsoft is being greedy. They're double dipping, and obviously they're paying for it, because you got some of their titles, the 360 titles, #1 on 3 different charts for sales. Like, what the hell, But what are your thoughts?
If they really want to push the Xbox One, they're fucking up hard. I'm not sure who said it before, and I think a few people did. If you want to move to the next console, you got to cancel the old one. It's not like it's just a sign that the Xbox One is doing that bad. Just like how the PlayStation 2 only stopped production 4 years ago.
Yeah,
that's the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So that console ran for, I think they produced that console for like 12 or 15 years, some crazy amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Well into the life cycle of PS3, but we all know how that happened with the Ridge Racer.
That's probably why. That's probably why they kept.
I gotta get that on here. I forgot. That's what I wanted to get on.
Kasserai.
One other thing is, you still have to consider that the Xbox One isn't out and neither is the PlayStation 4. It's not out in every territory. Like it's not out
We're
in
stealing
South
my catchphrase in the chat. Oh, go ahead.
It's not out in like South America yet, so you still have the PS3 and Xbox 360 going strong down in that territory. So and South America is usually the last territory that they go into, so they still have to support that.
Okay. Well, noted. And then on Onies, are you done with your portion?
Yeah, I don't got much else. We kind of ran long on this topic, but yeah, I got nothing else on it.
All right, and Nelson, bring us home. What are your thoughts?
As of the PS3 phasing out, I think it's only phasing out here, not in Japan. Japan has a very strong life cycle when it comes to their product, and that's a true given fact. Because as of right now, I can just go to my stand and pull out 3 Japanese imports that are pulling in numbers.
Yeah.
For the console, and people will still buy a PlayStation 3 for these specified games.
Yeah, because they still don't. The PS Now is still.
PS Now is a horrible fucking idea. I'm putting that on the table. You guys having a subscription base which is stronger,
paying for games that people already have.
Mind you, you're paying $60 for a year. So I'm paying the $60 just for 3 months. So you're telling me I have to triple my cost to pay $200 and something for an exact year to fucking not own but rent an online cloud version of the fucking game that has bugs? Fuck you, PlayStation Now. Moving on to that, the 360 needing to help get its sales up, or the Microsoft brand itself. I think it's not the harm of them focusing on the hardware of the 360 or making updates or the whole backwards compatibility thing. I think right now it has a lot to do with just advertisement. I'm just being realistic. They only
you're right.
advertise on solely specific titles that you have seen on TV. What has been the biggest thing as of recently? Halo 5, slightly bit of Tomb Raider, and what else you get? The third-party games.
6.
And the third-party games, and Forza. You don't get nothing else. Everything else is third party. It's already been done. But what the fuck does Sony do? They go to each and every company that they know that is a gigantic corporation. They'll be like, hey, WWE, promote your game, but use the PlayStation 4 version. Hey, IGN, put us as an add-on there, but make it this. They specifically.
Yeah, I
go
did
to
notice that,
companies.
and the fanboys can't deny that. And it's a working strategy.
But
It's
they're
working.
smart. But they're really smart. Same thing in Times Square, dude. They're on the big ass billboard. Okay, and mind you, in Times Square there's a Microsoft store, but that's about to get shadowed the fuck out because there's a Sony store not far from that exact location that's actually promoting a better sales market. Like, you ever heard of the shit where, oh, you go to the Microsoft store, trade in your consoles that is not Microsoft supported, we'll give you 50% off the game.
I remember that.
So what do you think Sony's going to do in retaliation? They're probably either going to do the exact same thing or be like, oh, hey guys, how about we just give you 5 games when you buy a console for free?
If I could segue into this, there's an article today. Microsoft released its financial results for the first quarter of 2016, and they lost $1.8 billion from the previous quarter.
Wait.
Damn!
Okay.
The company revenue was $20.4 billion for Q1 2016, which is the fall-winter 2015, compared to $22.2 billion previously. The only Xbox mention in the release came with the announcement that Xbox Live, quote-unquote, monthly active users grew 28% to 39 million subscribers or users.
But well, I think that's also with the advent of the Windows 10 and allowing Live and Windows 10 to work together. You know what I mean? So
It may be that, but it could be for several other reasons, like was mentioned before. I was hearing like buying it just for a Netflix or Hulu
Netflix and chill
subscription, or Netflix and chill.
For Microsoft, their biggest revenue decline was 54% in their phone business, smartphone business. Even though they announced 2 new Windows phones, the Lumia 950 and the 950 XL. That are the new Windows 10 phones that are not even released yet. So
okay.
That is crazy, but
with that, I mean, go ahead, Nelson.
It puts everything in perspective.
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
But to answer the questions that I've been reading in chat for, I say about the last 10 minutes, I'll put it like this. If you're gonna get a console for one game, that's your business, or whatever you do with your money. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend it, but there are people out there, and again, I'm gonna agree with Alex to an extent on this. Not many people can sit there.
Agree with me.
Not many people can sit there and be like, okay, I have the fundings to get a PlayStation 4, an Xbox One, a Wii U, and a gaming PC. You can't really like expect them to do that. Even if you're just following one franchise and like, oh fuck Xbox One, you don't have Street Fighter, I'm gonna go to PlayStation 4 or PC just for that sole reason. I can't just do that. I have to find something that caters to my preference and what I'm gonna be able to use the fullest potential of this specific product I'm buying, instead of wasting, what was it together, like almost $1,000 getting 2 consoles, and you're gonna just buy one game on each specific console. Let's say Killer Instinct and Street Fighter 5. I am
guilty of that, because to play Metal Gear Solid Guns of the Patriots, there was no other way I was gonna play it. And that was the only reason why I messed up.
But let me tell you something about that though, because that last generation, it was so much easier to own both consoles. This generation, it's not as easy. It's actually,
it becomes an investment. It's like an RPG where you invest in a character class, or like Destiny, and you level up, and you put so much time and work into that, or funding.
Not even that. For me, it was like this. Last gen, everybody remembers when PlayStation Network was free. You didn't have to pay to play your games online. Right. So you were paying for one online subscription. Yeah, you had to pay for different games for different systems or whatever, but if you were smart, you would buy the exclusives on one and then buy the better multiplats. For me, 360 had the better multiplats. So 360, I would buy all my multiplats on 360, of course the exclusives, and then of course buy my PS3 exclusives.
Yeah, I did that.
And I could play online if they had online. This generation, the sole reason why I have not touched my Xbox One, and probably still won't touch my Xbox One, is because of Xbox Live. I can't pay for both of these subscriptions and try to game on both. I just can't do it. So that's the reason why I'm not getting Halo, because I want to play Halo online, but I'm refused to pay for online.
And then that's gonna lead into the other topic.
Go ahead. You got to pay for 2 subscriptions on the X. Is this
no. You got both consoles, right? You got a PS4 and an Xbox One. You want to play online on both, right? So you paying $60, you paying $120.
Yeah, that's $120.
You paying $120
for the year.
For the year.
That's like,
unless if Sony finds some bullshit and then they get DDoS, and then you're fucked because they're not gonna come.
But you know what? To take a stab at some of the fanboys, it was okay for Sony to start charging. They're like, oh, that's okay, that's fine, we'll pay. But they were the first to put Microsoft on the crucifix. You shouldn't be paying for online. But that's gonna be a matter of fact.
The only reason why it would be okay.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I'll make that at the next organic topic where I could go in. I don't want this segment to run too long. So Nelson, if you could wrap us up.
Yeah. You're a bit late, Alex. It's at 45 minutes.
Yeah,
it's at 44.15 seconds in the segment. All right, guys, we're about to wrap up this topic. Thank you guys for watching this particular portion of the podcast. Please like, rate, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/AlexLexis, but it might appear to you guys as the viewers as New Gaming Order, because in partnership.
Don't put my name in there.
Shut up.
I don't know him.
Twitch.tv/New Gaming Order, which is the Twitch channel for you live viewers are watching. Please hit the follow button if you haven't already. And if you would like to make a contribution towards anything to help us get equipment or see a particular game that you want us to stream for a certain Saturday morning streams featured by Mr. Lexus here, or just in general, we have something on the page that you can scroll down, click on the PayPal link, and
Go down, what?
We'll give you the respect and credit. Wow, that sounded so nasty.
Oh, damn.
That sounded like you took a vibrator down your throat and just said, la, 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 la.
Wow, Nelson. Wow.
Anywho.
That is
Anywho.
So that's where the on your knees part comes from.
Anywho, guys, we're about to wrap this up, so Alex could segue into the next topic. We'll see you guys on the next topic on this live podcast.
Smacking Mitches.
Just say smacking bitches and beating bitches with bats.
Dad, what the heck? Unbelievable.
All right,
Director's cut to the max.
On the director's cut version, I would like to thank each and every single one of you live viewers for participating, even though we had a lot of issues.
Disagreements.
Well, well, we have a lot of issues going on, like, behind the scenes that you guys don't know about, and we rather to keep it like that, because, you know, some of it is very sensitive information, some of it is just not for viewers' ears to hear. So we really do appreciate you guys still coming despite the little technical.
The secret is Alex has herpes.
And Alex has herpes.
Oh, this commercial for 2K
Real trap shit.
He looks pretty dope.
Alex trying to change the subject quick as hell.
Damn.
What?
And also for the the director's cut, I will no longer be doing these random bets that I had with free play mode and other affiliated people due to conflict interest with my current job of watching. So I have to shut up about that. So
Hey,
Just
did
do it on
they
the
hit
low.
you up on Craigslist yet?
No more Netflixing and chilling.
Oh my gosh, yo! You know
check
what?
that post, man.
Oh my god!
No. The post went well, and I already told people what happened. but
Oh,
I'm
those
not-
are the titties that you was talking about.
Oh, this tea is-
Hey, why Project Dustin's like, damn, they blowing up
He is
Dustin's spot.
delicious.
Dang.
Oh,
He's
those
like-
are the titties. Okay.
What the heck?
Anywho.
Hold up, let's get this next time
Anywho,
going.
I didn't do anything with the less said person. I gave the email to a good friend of mine, and he had fun. And I'm gonna.
But you didn't hook me up. You didn't hook me up.
I actually did.
You're a bad twin.
Hold
Right,
on,
Alex.
hold on.
You refused to go to New York.
Hold
What?
on. I'm about to put you on blast. So who's the one that advised you to get the less said app? Who hooked you up with that?
That's it. Let's talk about that.
What?
Oh,
What?
oh,
Wait,
that's
wait,
it.
hold on. Hold on. What
Oh, I think I
illicit
know
app
what you-
is this?
No. We'll speak about that off air because that's sensitive information. We'll speak that.
Well,
Spill the tea.
No. That's real sensitive.
No,
trust
we ain't
me.
spilling no tea,
No, that's
okay?
very sensitive
Spill it,
information.
Deja, spill it. What the heck?
That's very sensitive information. All right, so we're
Unbelievable.
about to queue up everything now, guys. So let's get ready.
All right.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pimp smack your ass, bitch. With the Juggernauts coming back at New Gaming Order podcast segment.
I gotta find out which one of y'all gonna toast my
Finally! Yes, doing it right, Juggernaut style. But
Oh, would you rather have this?
Yeah, it's the juggernaut, bitch.
that's me. That's me. You see how tight my outfit is? All right, but New Gaming Order.
Too tight.
The
Cut
next
off like
organic
bacon.
topic, and I don't know if this has been done on other shows, but I just wanted to get everybody's stand on online gaming paywalls. And what I mean by that, Microsoft and Sony. Okay, now, initially, for those of you who don't know, Microsoft kind of followed the SegaNet infrastructure, but made you pay for it. Now, they justified that by maintenance of servers and things like that. And the one thing I will say, judging from the original Xbox One, I wish Shinwar was on today, but judging from the original when Xbox Live first launched to now, when you look at the cost back then, a couple of bucks a month, and you get all that it was giving you, I didn't care too much about it. But then when you look at PC gaming and the PS3 gaming, you do it for free. It minus a couple of features that Microsoft was giving, but it wasn't so much that it should justify. I mean, it should be free, but if you want premium stuff, pay for the premium stuff. But like considering Microsoft now and even Sony with PS Plus, where now if you have live, you get free games, you get free this, so long as you have a live account on Gold or PlayStation on Plus. So, but it just in general, but to play with other people, should there be any paywalls? And you know, why does it? It's like, I don't know. The PC doesn't have the restriction. It's you build your computer, you hook it up. NYC Playboy hooked us up with this a lot of streaming equipment, and those computers. Hey, I play Street Fighter 5 on the PC, which I have pre-ordered. You know, when I go and as a play, I don't have to log into anything. I play it for free right off the box. But on the consoles, Microsoft and Sony are closing the doors on you and saying, hey, give us $60 a year and then you can play with your friends. It doesn't make sense, but people buy into it. Now, again, from like I was saying in part on the last segment, Microsoft was crucified for doing that. And then a lot of people, and I'm not going to say their names on this podcast, was like, oh, Sony's better because it's free, but you get what you pay for, because there was a lot of issues back in the day. And I know many of the staff can attest to this. But going into it, now when Sony starts to charge, oh, it's okay. Yeah, you know, they have to charge. I'm like, stop being a fucking fanboy. Microsoft was crucified for doing it, but then you justify Sony. You know what I mean? That's the shit with the fanboy stuff I can't fucking stand. They're doing the same thing, but at the end of the day, they're both charging for it. Is it right? I don't think so. But I just wanted to know what you guys thought. Starting with free play mode, online multiplayer paywalls. Your stand on it?
Well, I've always been of the mind I don't mind paying for a quality service. So
Okay.
I don't mind paying for Xbox Live because Xbox Live and PlayStation Network are different entities than PC gaming. Let's get that out of the way off the jump. PC gaming, you're pretty much by and large doing peer-to-peer. There's very few actual actual servers being hosted by the companies, or like for things like Battlefield and Call of Duty, if you wanted to rent a dedicated server to run your games off of instead of hosting one person being the main host and everybody connecting to that one person, you can do that. But I can understand why Microsoft does it and why Sony is doing it, because in the PlayStation 3 days you got what you paid for and you didn't pay for anything, so it was a pretty shitty service, and that's being kind to PlayStation Network on the PlayStation 3, because it was always dropping. The quality of play was not good in terms of Xbox Live, whereas Xbox Live, by and large, has been a very seamless experience because they put the money that they collect back into the product, especially with the 50,000 servers. Like, Xbox Live has rarely been down since the launch of the Xbox One. There have been the instances with the Lizard Squad, but it didn't really affect them that much, whereas PlayStation Network, their infrastructure is shitty. Like, you breathe on the motherfucker like Windows Millennium and it's down. So, like, you get what you pay for. And Sony has to do a lot of catch up, because even though they're offering the content, they don't host PlayStation Network on dedicated servers. They don't own all the servers that PlayStation Network is hosted on, whereas Microsoft owns 100% of the servers that Xbox Live is hosted on, and everything that happens with Xbox Live is in-house if they need to repair it.
And I didn't know that. Where'd you get that info from?
There's a server farm not too far from me called Rackspace, and they host a portion of the PlayStation Network. So third parties do host portions of the PlayStation Network. It's not 100% in-house. Sony does own the majority of the servers that PSN is on, but they don't own all of it, and that's where the vulnerabilities come from.
Okay.
So I don't mind paying for Xbox Live. I don't mind playing for PlayStation Network as long as the quality is there, as long as the service is there. And with Microsoft Xbox Live, the quality is there, the service is there. Yeah, you may not be getting the amount of games that Sony is giving away for free, but the upkeep and the maintenance and everything has been great with Microsoft. I've not had a problem with them. Whereas Sony PlayStation Network, it's like every time you turn around and you read on some website like Kotaku or IGN or GameSpot that, PlayStation Network is down for maintenance, or PlayStation Network is down because of a vulnerability in the network and someone took it down. It happens more than it should. And it shows that Sony's not investing the money that they're getting off of the PlayStation Network Plus sales back into the infrastructure, which they should be doing.
They're funneling it into the free games program because someone gets paid for those free games.
Okay. Well, since On Your Knees jumped in, your thoughts on paywalls?
Well, I don't think Sony's nearly as down as much as Dave is making it out to be, but I don't have either console, so fuck you guys. But
Ditto.
Ew, shut up.
But I paid for 360 for 10 plus years, even when I was barely playing it towards the end of the 360 genre era. But it was a new thing, and it was centrally hosted servers with very little downtime on the Xbox side. At least that I remember. I don't remember any downtime at all.
Yeah, the Xbox One is having more problems because they're experimenting too much. And I used to boast and say, hey, Live is not always down, but now they're trying so much shit and supporting 2 consoles, and they're getting fucked up. But it's not as juggernaut like it used to be. But,
I don't think they should be charging for the shit anymore because there's alternatives out there, a lot of alternatives. And people are happy to pay because they don't want to build these monster machines, but over time they're going to spend more on their consoles than they do on a good gaming rig anyway. So I'm fine where they are. If they want to keep charging, people want to keep paying. That's their prerogative. I wouldn't be paying for that shit. I stopped paying for it well before I stopped playing 360 because I couldn't justify the cost anymore. I wasn't playing online games.
Yeah.
And it sucked at one point. You needed the gold subscription to play fucking Netflix on your Xbox.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Actually, my sister, when I was paying for her gold, they took that away. You only need a silver now, and you should have been refunded because they gave the money back.
Well, I already had a gold, so it didn't matter at that point. But that was just some stupid shit.
Beginning with when the Xbox One launched, they like a month after it launched, they said that you no longer need gold to watch Netflix.
Yeah, you should have been refunded for that. So I would look into that and get my money back.
Yeah, that happened 8 years ago at this point?
No, it happened about 2.5 years ago now.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Well, I'm not that petty. I'm not one of those fuckers that calls my job begging for $2 on a $20 a month service.
What? I am.
Fuck those people.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Dave.
And
dude, I want my money, and I want my money now.
He's like, give me my money.
And no wonder you're scrapping penny to penny every day a month.
Dude, it's money that wasn't in my pocket before.
Gas money. What the heck?
Yeah,
unbelievable. All right, so. All right, go ahead, Playboy.
Yeah, I'm with Chris. I'm PC Gamer Master Race, and all this is about hosting servers worldwide, PC gaming, and with the advent of MMOs and online gaming and everything. We've been doing this for years and years and years and years. So there should be no excuse on the console side, especially on Microsoft's side, more so on Sony's side, to have all this downtime. There's been so many lessons learned within the industry about what to do, how to set stuff up, industry best practices, so forth and so on. So I read these things about, how they're getting hacked, credit card information is getting stolen, etc., etc. I understand that, but like downtime and everything, yeah, come on now. If you need help, go to Blizzard, go to Tryon, go to any of the major gaming MMO companies out there. They'll help you out. They'll help a brother out. But still, I pay for my son's services, and I'm just like, now look at him like, I could do this, and this on the PC, but
yeah.
That's all I have to say about it.
All right. Khalif, what are your thoughts? Microsoft and Sony paywalls to play with your friends.
Well, I mean, it's the only reason why it's acceptable now is because there's been a 360 standard all last gen. I think that's the only reason why PlayStation got away with it this gen, and I honestly think that's the reason why they did it is because, you know, hey, 360 got away with it for all this time. Maybe we can do it, because they damn sure ain't putting that money back into the service. Because I mean, I haven't seen anything change with it. The free games program is good. It's getting worse. You know, it's kind of declining in my opinion as far as the PS4 goes. I'll just say that. But the service is cool. That's the only reason why I can justify paying for PlayStation Plus is because of the free games that you get.
Yeah, they do get better free games than Microsoft.
Yeah, and you get more games because you get the PlayStation 4 games, you get PlayStation 3 games, you get PlayStation Vita games. So being in that PlayStation ecosystem, it pays off much more for anybody that just has maybe one or two systems. It pays off for somebody like me that has all three systems. So it you know, I don't really trip on paying for PlayStation Plus. Paying for Xbox Live, you know, it's same thing. You know,
you'll get the 2 games on 360 and the 2
on the Xbox One.
And they don't have a portable, so that
So I mean, yeah, it makes sense they don't have as many games. So, but you know, a lot of times their games aren't as good. But that's neither here nor there. That's opinion based. But their service is always top notch. I never hear about their service being down. I never hear about, you know, Xbox Live has always been solid. You know, that's just the best word for Xbox Live is just solid. I've never seen them going down. I never had a situation where I'm like, damn, Xbox Live is trash. But I say that a lot about Sony. So I mean, but at the end of the day, you know, I don't know much about PC, but you know, apparently with you guys, you know, y'all don't have to pay anything to play online.
Nope.
So if that should be the standard, if you guys have that, you know, can play the same multiplayer we play, same Call of Duty, same Metal Gear, same, you know, Maddens and 2Ks and stuff like that, you know, why can't we play online for free? You know what I mean? So if one, that's the thing, that's really how consumers think too. You know, if this company can do it, why can't y'all do it? You know, no matter what the details are, no matter what really is going on behind the scenes, we don't care. We want to, okay, so and so can do it, so why can't y'all do it? So therefore it's not acceptable.
And I will readily admit that, you know, had I not purchased into the whole live thing, and if there was a massive boycott and said, man, screw this, I'm not going to pay for this, it might have changed the whole online strategy for consoles.
If this was the first generation where online cost versus last generation, they probably would have stopped it, because, you know, social media wasn't as strong as it was.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. And they're so fickle and temperamental.
We just took it. You know, we pretty much just took it and yeah, and I mean, that's the same thing with the games, with game prices. Until one game or until one AAA title decides to go $10 more or $10 less, then that's going to start moving the wave to where, okay, so and so did it, and then, you know, you'll start seeing more and more games doing the same thing, and then, you know, it becomes a trend. You know, like I say, we kind of just let 360 do it when they started to do the shit, and we start paying for it. I'm pretty sure people were butthurt about it, but, you know, Twitter wasn't around.
They started on the Xbox original, and like you said, the social media wasn't like one person like, oh, that sucks, and then it spreads like wildfire. Now, any little thing gets just blown out of proportion.
Right.
People are too sensitive about shit. You know, but Demiz, are you gonna say something before I give Nelson the floor?
I was just gonna say the standard was started with original Xbox with Xbox Live because it was $50 to jump in. So,
well, there it is. See, so it's been a standard for so long. You know, it's like, you know, it's gonna take a lot to change that, or it's not gonna go away anytime soon. That's for damn sure, because they've been doing it for so long. It's a standard now. That's pretty much the only reason you can justify PlayStation doing it this generation, because it's like, okay, Xbox has been doing it for 2 generations now. We can let's go ahead and do it. I'm pretty sure we can get away with it, and they did.
And they flew under the radar. But the problem too is, like, the players, like for instance, Windows 10 and those who have Live on Windows 10. I remember there was something, Nelson could back me up, where they don't have to pay, but the console folks got to pay. That's bullshit. Like you got to do it right, Microsoft. I call you. I call on their bullshit when they're doing wrong. So, negative. But Nelson, bring us home. What are your thoughts on online paywalls for Microsoft and Sony?
I honestly think there's not an issue with the online paywalls. The only thing that people will just hate and disagree with is the stuff that contains within the paywall. If it doesn't settle with that person, such as, let's say, I have Sprint, and they supposedly say they're the most reliable network, blah, 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 but then I come to find out that they're doing really nothing compared to Verizon, which has a better paywall, and even for the same price, I'm gonna jump to, the better ship. But the thing is, or again, as I was saying in the chat, as I'm saying in the previous segment, it's all based on preference. It's to what you would want as within the console, and then it also unifies with the online aspect of it. Like, let's give it an example. PlayStation, you can have up to a certain amount of friends, you can make communities, you can do a party chat, integrate it with your live streaming, and so on and so on with the shareability. You could do the share play, which is like allowing me to give Alex my gameplay experience with his controller, or he can watch or stream what I'm playing if I give him granted access. On the Xbox, it's somewhat similar, but it's just called followers instead of making communities. You can basically do the same thing with the uploading and whatnot, but again, it's all in the preference of what the person wants within the console and what games they're wanting to play. It could be for any little particular aspect, but the only thing that I want from both parties is if something goes down, server crashes or whatever, we're gonna blame it on you because you guarantee perfect service maintenance and quality control at all times for your product. But you don't. You have several DDoSes. You don't know how it happens, when it will happen, how to prevent such thing. And when we call you, like, hey, we've been out of service for a month and a half. What are we gonna get compensated? Oh, the only thing we can do is just say, I'm sorry. That's not gonna cut it.
Wait, you know what, Nelson? Who is it? Was it you or somebody that said, hey, we pay for online, right? If it doesn't work, we should be reimbursed. But somebody said that
it was me and Noob talking about the subject.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, okay, you pay for it, but it's like somewhere
you pay for a best efforts basis, which means they don't guarantee shit.
Yeah, it's just a possibility that it may or may not happen if less so reason. But the thing is, in their clause, yes, they do state that. But again, you're a business and you should follow these practices of good customer service. If something goes wrong with a certain user, you should try to help them to the best of your ability and knowledge. Not push them away to the side like you did to that person that basically lost $500 when someone hacked into his account and bought a bunch of his shit and transferred over to a different PlayStation user, and he lost out on his money. His money
he got his money back, right? And Sony retaliated because what was it? All his online games.
He did a chargeback or something, right? And that's when Sony tried to fuck him over.
Yeah, he did a stop payment on his credit card. Yeah.
He went through the bank. He got his money back, and then Sony retaliated and said all this stuff is locked out until you pay for what the hacker incurred on your account. What kind of customer service is that? But
it's called I'll see you in court.
But nothing's worse than Steam. And that's a topic for another day because their customer service is horrible.
But
horrible.
And to finish up my little rant on it, yes, Sega was one of the companies that introduced the online capability with the dial-up and later on the Ethernet plug-in capacity with the Sega Dreamcast. The thing that I did like about that portion, though, is that, yeah, you had to pay for an internet subscription-based fee, but it gave you so many options that the console was able to provide for you, such as game saves that you could get from any website that was web hosting.
That's right.
These game shares to help provide, like, let's say Marvel vs. Capcom, where someone exploited a glitch in the game save that you can play with the very last boss and fully control this character. Like, that was pretty awesome. Phantasy Star Online, granted allowing access to have a max out character and expanding the party size. Like, that's fucking cool. But again, the way how everything is done now these days, they want to make every ounce of money that they can possibly can, down to a fucking picture, to an avatar, to a song, to a wallpaper, any way that they can possibly. It's like, look, you're casual, you buy our stuff, go ahead. The hardcore people, shit, they're not buying our stuff. Alright, let's turn it around, let's give them free games. They might like the company and the console better, now they'll buy our shit. They're trying so hard to do all these things with the paywall incentive and whatnot.
Yeah.
But at the
But
end
to play with each other, to play with your friends, like, should they be charging where PC offers it for free? Yeah. I mean, what do you feel about that?
Oh man, it's hard to say if that's ever gonna happen, because of we spoke about this previously before. If the consoles could come together and unite as one and help each other for a better cause, and possibly see if there could be like a better outcome with it. But again, they're competitors in their own outright, and they're branched in different regions of the world. Sony being in Japan, Microsoft being here in America, they're not gonna agree on every fucking thing that's gonna happen to coexist, even though they are sharing their familiar technology, Blu-ray, their motherboards, their processors, their operating systems. In that aspects, yes, they are sharing and they're winning in that portion, but they're never gonna come together. And to finish this, as what Playboy has mentioned, if this keeps up, I will cease on paying for consoles and just go to the PC, where it's more flexible to my payment options and to my gaming experiences.
Pay your internet bill, you get to play games on the PC. That's it.
Unless if it's an MMO.
Oh, like Warcraft, like, you know.
15
Well,
bucks.
this is a thing called free
on
to
your
play.
knees, on your knees, used to sniff Warcraft like it was 16.
I'm actually playing Final Fantasy 14 right now.
Yes, me too. Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, so Nelson, wrap this topic up, and we'll move into our final segment.
Alright guys, thank you guys for watching this particular segment on the paywall of both Microsoft and Sony. I would like to thank the live viewers on Twitch that has been participating and commenting, asking us questions. Thank you guys for that support. Please go to newgamingorder.com for all your news and latest information of podcasts and anything that we talk about with the New Gaming Order. We're about to phase into the last and final topic. I don't know if it's PSAs or another organic topic.
No, it's a legitimate topic.
Okay, so it's an organic thing from the panel, and yeah, we're gonna phase right into that. So we're gonna take a small intermission, and we'll see you guys on that.
Juggernaut, baby.
Alright, I'm gonna pause everything again, and this is the director's cut for you live viewers. I would just like to say I was watching SmackDown and Tyler Breeze finally got his push on the main roster.
Yeah, yo,
Good
he
for
came
him.
out. He came out and freaking the spin drop kick thingy on Dolph Ziggler. Like that.
He did the spinning
That's his
spinning
move, right?
heel kick. Yeah, it's one of his finishers.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
He's a good wrestler, but he's been tossed under the bus.
He looks like a blonde Fandango. And let me bring up Fandango. Where the hell is he?
He's taking a break.
Man,
How come he didn't get sued by the actual movie ticket site Fandango?
They probably
Because-
worked a deal.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
it's
the
not
thing, right?
pronounced and it's not spelled the same way.
Plus,
Not-
Fandango's
not-
an actual word. It's not. It
Yeah.
wasn't made up for the sake of.
Oh, well, fuck the dumb shit, man. Anyway, I am looking at more important things. The new Power Rangers movie is coming out January 13th, 2017.
Oh, they casted
And
the Black Ranger.
they cast the Black Ranger, and I am not.
What?
Yeah, he's an Asian guy, right?
He's an Asian guy. So far, we got the Black Ranger, the Red Ranger, and the Pink Ranger. The Red Ranger looks like he's Sugarfoot. So they're probably going to make him gay.
Oh man, no. Nowadays, it has to be,
And-
the whole Bruce Jenner thing,
Or the Pink Ranger, she looks kind of
like a porn star.
emo-ish girl. So she's like one of those
Twilight.
girls or something like that. I don't know, but what I'm seeing so far is not looking good.
all right.
Shit has hit
ruining
the fan,
another-
y'all.
Political correctness ruining another franchise. Fuck you,
Yeah.
social justice warriors.
Yeah. So,
Well, you know,
the skis are Sarkeesian. Anyway, leading into the final topic, Nintendo's NX console portable hybrid, is that a good idea?
That sounds.
It's a great
And,
idea.
and I'm gonna actually add foundation to it because
Is that a rumor? Or is
well,
that...
actually, Phil's and me is on. Like, I put it in the Skype.
I didn't look at it. Like I said, I'm playing my game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ow.
The NX is supposed to be a hybrid of a console and a handheld. And my thing is, I'll say it on the when we go live.
All right, give me a second, guys.
They're catering to the Japanese market.
Yeah, they're trying to inch.
But allegedly, it's more powerful. I read something a week or two ago. It's going to be more powerful than the current gen systems.
I don't know about that.
When the
Wait,
Wii
wait,
U
wait.
was
Let's wait till we
yeah,
record.
let me put this on air, and then we'll be done.
Never mind. I'll say.
Wait. We're not live.
No, we're on air. I'll say it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, start.
What you got in your crib? Shout out to Michael Hurdle. I love that quote. But giving credit where credit's due. Be back like Juggernaut, smacking Mitches nationwide. New Game in Order, segment number 3, final topic of the night before PSAs, if any. Nintendo. And Nelson and I went on a Nintendo boycott for a period of time in terms of news. Because,
Aren't we still on that?
well, here's the
Well,
thing. Iwata passing kind of softened my heart a bit. Because had it not been for a lot of his decisions back in the 80s, I would not be gaming.
We are still on the boycott, just to update you guys, but as of Twitch, we're not. As of YouTube, we are, because we're technically...
anything I put...
we're not gaining anything by putting it on YouTube, because all that profit is just going to go towards Nintendo, and they're going to shit on the video anyways by not being able to view it in several other different regions of the world. So that's to us is not helping us in any sense. So for Twitch, we're 100% cool with it. It's fine because it's an organic original content. But for YouTube, fuck you to take something that's not
partner
yours.
program.
you can still talk about Nintendo.
No,
you just
but
can't-
I'm talking about if we want to do
Game
Let's
video.
Plays or we want to demo something or
Oh, yeah.
give them a good thumbs up for their fucking product, we can't do that no more.
Here,
because
I
they
got
want
something for you, Nintendo, right there.
Well, see, there you go. See, Chris did me the favor. Shit.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, but right now, Nintendo, the NX, on your knees was saying offline on the director's cut that it's supposedly more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One. That actually is it's rumors. A lot are saying that is incorrect. And also, but they're saying that their chipsets are very advanced right now. We only have sparse information on this, but I will say this. Just like what was said about the Dreamcast. The Dreamcast was Sega's last attempt to make a dent and to keep their establishment in the console business.
They did, but it was too early.
The timing, it came out kind of like at a time where it was like didn't really have competition. Didn't have
If it waited, honestly, in my opinion, if it waited till the PlayStation 2 just dropped,
with a
might have
DVD
done-
drive, it probably would have.
Yeah, because then the technology would have improved.
Yeah, but here we go. Nintendo, they're going to release the NX kind of mid-cycle for, I mean, they're going full throttle with this thing. And rumors have it it's not as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox One. Then more rumors are stating that it's a console handheld hybrid. And On Your Knees made a good point on the director's cut because Japan is trying to cater to that mobile market. The Mizzle free play mode even mentioned that the Japanese are very different from us. They got a game on the go. You know what I mean? They have long days. I mean, you know, I don't want this to run long, but you know, I'm gonna give Demizo the floor first. But here's my thing: the console handheld hybrid. I think what they're trying to do is capitalize on the DS their portables and say, hey, we're selling so well with the portables, let's make that an integral part of the console. And we're not talking about the Wiimote or the Wii Pad thing, which wasn't truly a standalone item.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make this a standalone item, but a home console. Is that a good idea? Just wanted to know what your guys' thoughts are. The Mizzle, what you got for me?
Well, given, like, the first thing, it's like, this isn't a new thing for Nintendo to release mid-generation, because they did the same thing with the Wii U, and for a little bit there it was more powerful than the Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3. But from what I've been reading, they've been impressing the right people and saying the right things, but now they have to put it into practice. And I think they're gonna end up in the same place where the Wii U was, in that, yeah, it'll be more powerful than the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, but you won't see a lot of people taking advantage of it, because the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 are essentially the standards right now. They're not gonna, like, okay, here's another piece of hardware, and are we gonna devote more time and resources to take advantage of it, or can we just port up to the NX if our games will even fit on that platform? Because we still don't know what they're going to use in terms of medium for the games. We just know that it could or it couldn't be a hybrid gaming console / portable console, and that would essentially be making the Wiimote a standalone, the Wii U controller a standalone thing. And honestly, they've tried that. The PlayStation Vita tried it and failed because of the remote streaming. And I don't.
But Sony didn't do enough to keep the Vita alive.
It's like It's like the reason why the Vita failed, because they tried to make AAA games on the go, and when you're on the go, especially in this country, you don't have time to play the AAA games. You don't have the time to invest like 25 to 30 minutes into playing a Destiny or a God of War or a Halo. You don't have that time because you're at work, you're driving, and when you're home, your console is sitting right there. So
why? Yeah, I get.
Why do that? It doesn't make any sense. But
so, do you think Nintendo's going to be all right going this route?
No. I do think that this is their last chance. This is their final chance in the console market before they lose all third-party support and nobody will ride with them. I honestly think that Nintendo should make the Wii U its last home console and go third-party, because they have the franchises that they can easily fall back on and license out to Sony and Microsoft. So
they would make a lot more money, I think.
They would, because even Sega as far as they've fallen in terms of quality of games, they're still making money in terms of publishing, because they've published Platinum games, they've published other games, they've put out their like Sonic games that have sold well on Nintendo consoles. So I do think third party is where Nintendo needs to go, and they need to do it sooner rather than later.
Okay. Khalif, what are your thoughts on Nintendo trying to go the route of a console handheld hybrid? Is that a good idea?
Well, it makes sense, and I think that's their best bet. I mean, whether it be stronger than these current gen consoles or not, I don't think that's Nintendo's really, cup of tea, going with these strong, pretty games and stuff like that. They do their Marios, they do their, Donkey Kong. They do need third party support, but I mean, no matter what they do, I don't think they're gonna really get it. I think everybody's pretty much moved on. I think they're doing the best for what I think, just like Microsoft, they're just doing their own thing, and they've been doing their own thing. They're staying in their lane. And I think this is truly their lane, doing a hybrid console. If this comes out to be true, a hybrid, take on the go and plug it in at home. I think it would be pretty cool. I may even give it a shot if it's if it's really actually like this, and who knows? But it's different. We haven't seen anything like this before. I'm not comparing it to the Vita at all, because I think the Vita was a complete fail in what it was trying to accomplish with AAA games on the go. I don't think that the NX will be promoting to be AAA games on the go. It's going to be, your Nintendo, your home Nintendo, but you can take it with you. That's totally different to me than a bite-sized AAA game, because there's no such thing.
It just, to me, if I could retort on that, it just sounds like you're just infusing the Vita with the PlayStation TV in one package. That's technically
pretty much
what it is.
Pretty much, and I mean the thing is, it's pretty much what it should be. I mean, if you're gonna take it on the go, if you're gonna be able to take this thing on the go with you, you're not gonna be trying to make these AAA, games like Uncharted and stuff like that, because that type of stuff doesn't play well on the go. It just doesn't. And Nintendo games play well on the go no matter what,
because there's simplicity.
Exactly, they're simple. And that's why they don't need to be stronger than the X1 and the PS4. It doesn't need to be. They don't play like that.
That deters third party from even messing with them, because if they can't see their vision to completion, because nowadays what's happening with the third party, they want to get everything. Their full vision into games, because the technology is there to do so, and to scale things back just to work on a underpowered system, they're not going to go that route anymore. The industry has changed.
Well, I guess this is where I'm coming from. When we talk about third party, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong third party, because when I think of like the big third party, I'm thinking about the Activision, the EA, that type of thing. I don't know of any of those type of games that a Nintendo person would want to play. Maybe some sports games, probably. And I mean, I think those will probably do, if they release them on Wii, I think they would probably sell. Mm-hmm. They don't have to be. I think that a 360 quality Madden or a 360 quality 2K could still pass for a Wii U or an NX, because it's still it's something that they haven't had before. But I mean, again, man, it's I think that Nintendo audience doesn't really care about those type of games that the third parties offering, the Call of Duties, like I say, the Battlefields, the Battlefronts, that type of stuff. I don't think they're into it. I think that crowd buys. I think the Nintendo people buy Nintendo for Mario, Donkey Kong. Those, I don't think that they would want to play, Madden and Call of Duty and all that stuff.
I don't know about that.
I just don't see. I see them. I think that would be the only reason. And I mean, maybe it's just me, because I think that would be the only reason to own. If you're going to go multi-console, I don't think that X1 and PS4 is the way to go. If you're going to go multi-console, go X1 and new Nintendo, or PS4 and new Nintendo, because at least then you have your multi-plats, your big AAA stuff, and then you have your niche, your Marios or whatever you want to scratch your itches with. So I mean, I don't know. I just don't feel like they may want to play those type of games.
I would have to disagree, considering that I've been to GameStops and then had conversations with Wii primary owners, and I heard a lot of complaints like, how come I get to play Call of Duty and this and that? You know what I mean?
They just sound like they're not too savvy about the whole gaming genre.
Mm-hmm. But, well, on your knees, what are your thoughts?
Ooh, well, I said it earlier, they're catering to the Japanese market with this mobile hybrid thing. I think they realize they're not going to win the home console because it goes against their current philosophy, which seems to be different, kind of like what Phil Spencer's doing with Xbox, where they're taking it at their own pace.
Right, being in their own lane.
Yeah, so they're trying something different, which I give them credit for. It'll do well in Japan. I don't think there's any question there. Will it do well in the US? I think it's going to depend on how powerful it is. If they make a powerful console, they will attract third parties because primarily third parties are concerned about selling units, like the big players, EA, Activision, whoever. I don't care for most of their games. They're usually pretty games, low on substance, kind of like what I'm hearing about the new Star Wars Battlefront. Very pretty game, but a lot of poorly implemented garbage from the reviews I've seen so far. So there's a lot of that going on, and a lot of the hardcore gamers are savvy to that. I'm not going to buy in, but you got the people buying the same shit every year. But I'm going into a different topic. And regarding to Nintendo, what am I going to say? It's all rumors at this point. It all depends how powerful the console is and how the hell they're going to implement the home portion of this. Is this going to go into a docking station? You have to hold the whole monstrosity. Is there going to be a separate controller when you're home? How's it going to hook up to your TV? Is it going to be all Bluetooth? Like you can Bluetooth to a smart TV instead of having to hook up HDMI cables. So there's too many questions left open to actually think that go into this. Could this work? It probably can work. The Wii U didn't differentiate themselves enough, and that factor of being able to attract people who don't game. That's why the original Wii did so well. They attracted non-gamers to buy the console. The Wii U didn't do that.
It couldn't capture that magic.
Yeah, and I don't think this is going to do that either. It'll attract a wider gaming audience. Considering if they do this, they're probably not going to do another DS system. So that's the other thing to look out for. They're doing this, they're not going to do another DS system.
Okay, makes sense. But Playboy, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is Nintendo just need to stop. They just need to stop. They just need to fucking stop. Okay, go the route of Sega. You have a massive IP inventory software library. Just go that route. Just they need to sit their asses down, pretty much.
Who wants to see Mario versus Master Chief in Smash Fight? Smash
yeah,
Brothers?
It's just because this right. Your time has passed. The Wii U and all that stuff was gimmicky and everything. Yeah, that was cute, but you know what? At the end of the day, you're not making money with these damn consoles. You're not.
You know what? Nintendo's vision is just short-sighted, and they're still in the 80s. That's the problem.
Well, their vision is not making no money.
What the heck?
No, their vision made money last
And the
gen.
camera zoomed in.
I know, right? It made money last gen. This one, not so much.
And you can't sit on your laurels like that. At the end of the day, you got your stockholders to worry about, and in Japan, you're not making money. Something's wrong. So
he said Nintendo's vision is to not make money.
No, you talking about their vision is this, that, and the next, but that vision is not making no money. It's not bringing in no yen. It's not bringing in no dollars, no euros.
Let's see how they're performing lately.
So look at their stock, and
yeah, let's take a look. Well, taking a look now.
And also,
their handhelds is doing well.
They're up. I guess this is yen. They're up 480 yen today.
Probably on the
that can't
handheld.
be right.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mention this comment right now that Project Justice just spoke about. Nintendo is the only pure gaming company. There's enough space for everyone. Sony and Microsoft make the same machine. We need someone to make it different. Nintendo makes money, and you shouldn't worry about the money. You are not a shareholder.
I am an investor.
That's an interesting response.
He is an investor. Look at that.
He's absolutely correct that the Nintendo needs to be around to stir shit up. It would be so boring.
Even Sony said that Nintendo needs to survive because they are the alternative.
I'm just saying they need to get out the console market and just focus purely on software games and everything to develop like what Sega did.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I hate to make this analogy, but Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony are like Democrats and Republicans, and Nintendo is like the independent. They're like there. They're just there.
I mean, yeah, it's that middle ground, and it's that middle ground that like I said, you're gonna get what you're gonna get from X1 and PS4. I feel like that's the hardcore, and you gotta have that lower tier to where you can get in there and casual game and not be criticized for casual gaming. You know what I'm saying? Because if you come to X1 or PS4 and you're not gonna get no Marios, you're not gonna get no platformers, you're not gonna get that the heavy franchises like that. You're not gonna get those. You're gonna get those legacy stuff with Nintendo, and I think that needs to stick around for as long as it can anyway.
Okay.
So I mean, I think that they're doing the best thing that they can do. They've always been successful in handhelds. So why not integrate their next console with
But you said something very interesting before I let Nelson get the floor. Nintendo has that legacy. Everybody knows Mario. Everybody. If you're like, oh yeah, somebody in their like 30s, 40s, they're like, oh, Mario, and they're not a gamer, they know who he is. It's like how Hulk Hogan is synonymous with pro wrestling. Everybody knows who he is. You know, everybody who knows who Mario. And then followed by, you know, Link, and then Metroid, not so much. But at least Mario, everybody knows.
Metroid, everybody knows.
Yo, you know what Nintendo needs? Nintendo needs a young American owner, dude. Like, you know, a CEO. You know, you need somebody to get up in there. Maybe not American. Vision. You know, yeah, you need somebody that a young dude. You need somebody or female. It doesn't matter. You need somebody that's gonna put Nintendo.
Oh, hold on. Not to interrupt you, Kissimmee. Project Justice said the Xbox One and PS4 are identical consoles. I'm gonna
pretty much.
PS4 has a slight edge in performance with the RAM. The DDR5. The Xbox One has the DDR3. Sony has some computing horsepower, so on and so forth. But the experiences are different on both consoles. I own them both, and when I'm on my PS4, I'm indulged in it. So, yeah, I could say some of the content is
they were different identical. At first. They were different at first before now, Microsoft changed everything up. If Microsoft would have stayed on track with what they were trying to do from the get go, then all three consoles would be different, and it would make sense to own all three consoles because they will all truly be different. But with them getting rid of Kinect and a lot of the stuff that they were doing, you know, I think that it just made them closer to what Sony was doing. It's the same thing. So
but
now,
you know, to Project Justice though, like he's like that's the same stuff. That like what separates them are the exclusives. Let's be real. Like you know, not some games aren't gonna appear on certain consoles. They that's what makes them different. The experiences. Oh, the multitasking on the Xbox One. That to me is the most unique thing out of the three consoles right now. I'm sitting here watching Raw on my freaking Snapped app, and then I can do something else. Can't do that on the other system, you know. So that's they're different based off of the experiences that you're getting out of that. So I
mean, I think what he's saying is that the games are very similar. The multiplats, you know, every game you're pretty much going to be able to get on both systems for the most part. You're going to get some exclusives that you cannot play on the other system. We get that, but it literally, you know, it's hard to try to find different games for, you know, for the system, you know, unless you want to play. Like I said, owning both systems for me right now is almost like stupid because I never played my X1. I wish that, you know, I had a reason to play it, but it's like I said before, does it economically, you know, financially, just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and you know what? That's why I don't have a Wii U sitting around. Like nowadays, it's just too expensive to own everything.
Yeah, but my Wii U, if I had a Wii U, my Wii U would get more burned. My Wii U would get more burned than the Xbox One would because I would at least know that okay, I got games that I know I cannot play anywhere else. I can't.
But you
play
know what?
Mario games.
It's a matter of preference because I'm the same way with my PS4. Unless it's like an exclusive, like Infamous, now with Street Fighter V and a couple other things, I don't use it as much. So you and I are different ends of the rainbow. So it's just again, it's a preference experience. I like my multitasking. And the one thing I know for sure you can't do, like okay, again, I'm watching WWE SmackDown right now, and I can still play a game. You can't do that on the PS4. It does one thing real good, and it plays the games. And then keep it simple. Some people, I like the multitasking. It depends on what you're trying to get out of your experience.
Hey, Playboy, can you think of a device that multitasks better than an Xbox?
Oh,
in terms of consoles, I know the PC can do it, okay?
Answer this, though. Can they play that Arkham Knight still?
Actually, yes.
Yes, we can. What else you got? What else you got? Yes, we can. What else you got? Come on. What else you got? What else you got? Oh, you want to go there?
Yeah, y'all not playing Metal Gear Online until next year.
Metal Gear Online right now.
Oh shoot!
Oh, you talking about the Metal Gear Online? Oh my god!
I'm just saying, man. That's the wait.
And you know what else?
The waiting game.
Chris, what else can do that too? Televisions can do that stuff now. We've been doing that for years. It's called picture-in-picture. You can watch multiple screens at one time.
You know what? No, he did. He just came into my living room.
I think, you know,
He came into my living room, drank a whole lot of milk, pulled his pants down, and had a diarrhea all over.
Good grief, yo.
Now better yet, you guys, Samsung got their smart TVs now. They got Netflix and chill right there. Just hook your TV up to your Wi-Fi.
Isn't the Samsung the one that told you not to talk about your bank stuff in front of them because of their terms of service? They said all your shit's being recorded when you try to do the voice activation on the smart TV.
Yeah.
Oh my!
That was Samsung out of their British terms of service. That was hilarious.
Wow.
Unbelievable. But you know what? Not to stray too far, but Nintendo. I wish Nintendo the best with where they're going with this. I want to get Nelson's thoughts on this before we wrap this up, but Nintendo, your last chance. Your last chance. And I hate the fact that I've been gaming so long and the fact that Sega was the first casualty that hurt to see go away. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't want to see that happen with Nintendo because I grew up with Sega and Nintendo. You know what I mean? Hell, I mean, some of the best gaming experience I've ever had was on the SNES. You know what I mean? Some of those games like Super Castlevania, Metroid on the SNES. I mean, oh my gosh, you know, Darius Twin. There was so many games that I can't even. You know what I mean? Like even Batman the animated series. Like oh my god, I remember I was sneaking to play it at like 2 a.m. because my parents were strict. They were like wardens. They would take away my Nintendo during the school year and stuff. So, but it was. I'll never forget the experience that Nintendo provided to me as a kid. I have wonderful memories because of Nintendo, and I would hate to see them go down like the Titanic, man. You know. But Nelson, what are your thoughts before we wrap up?
Let's just say Nintendo just needs to get their act together. They made too many variations of the handheld portable console as it is.
And people bought it, and they bought it.
Well, it's just like the iPhone. It's the same shit. It's the same product, but you just slap a different fucking name on it, but it's the same shit. Same fucking game, same boring shit. I mean, let's go to the chat real quick. Project Justice said that the Nintendo is actually a unique gaming company that actually makes games that are not on other consoles. That may be true, but they're the only fucking company, and I will say it again, the only company that stays with their same fucking franchises and makes super billions and zillions of fucking clones of the exact same fucking game, but always with one new idea. Always with one new idea. And what is that similar to? All sports games, all shooter games. Nintendo has ran out of ideas. They're just basically using the age range of what they can of their fan base and just brainwashing the shit out of everyone. It's like,
when was the last time Nintendo took a risk outside of their original staple?
GameCube and Wii. Regular
no, I'm talking about franchise.
GameCube and
because they only had one new franchise since I was a kid. On your knees, I think was about to mention.
What that Squid shooter game that they just put out a couple months ago?
Oh, Splatoon.
Yeah, Splatoon.
Well, I wouldn't call that a risk.
And it did well. That's move units. That move a lot of units.
I wouldn't say that's a risk though. That's not a risk.
It's a simple base mechanic game that they took from one of their portable handheld versions. They had, I think it was like some mech little robot shit where it's like based on the exact same thing, but this one's for like, again, a different audience. Do not go under
the thing about the Nintendo games is they don't release the same game every fucking year with a reskin. There's usually at least 3 to 4 years between their games, and they do the games well. They're not littered with all sorts of problems.
So
like
Super Mario Galaxy isn't the same game as Super Mario Galaxy 2, and New Super Mario Brothers isn't the same game as New Super Mario Brothers 3? Could have fooled the shit out of me on that one.
Well, I didn't say they were always that
I haven't played any of them, but
you know what? fuck it. I want Neo Geo to come back. Hell, shit.
Yo,
Y'all talking
No,
about-
SNK is done.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. That company needs to come
Yeah,
back.
you got $2,000 for a Neo Geo console because that's what it'll be for inflation at this point.
You know what?
Those consoles were not fucking cheap. They were like
Well-
$600 back in the day.
Dude,
And the games are like directly from the arcade board.
Arcade, exactly. No, directly arcade ports.
Well-
But man, let's continue.
Well,
right,
again,
but-
I can get a Neo Geo by particular means, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I just
don't
think
need-
that Nintendo needs to. I wouldn't say go the software route because it's not really necessary, but I feel like from the GameCube they have a lot to prove, in terms of hardware. Software, that's whatever. Again, that's whatever the fuck they want to mess with. Make the same repetitive game over and over and over and over. Again, it's just like a fucking sports title or a fucking shooter. It's the same exact shit. You guys are gonna buy the same fucking game and just get a little tweak update. Oh, this time with Mario you get to spray water. This time with Mario you get to use paint. This time with Mario you get to hold a tennis racket.
I could say the same thing about Street Fighter too.
Yes,
And
you are
all
right.
those other fighting
You
games.
are
Well,
absolutely
and Project
right.
Justice took a stab at Call of Duty, saying like, you have 3 studios making Call of Duty now, right? Sledgehammer, Treyarch, and what was the other one?
Infinity War.
Yeah. So, yeah, one studio's working on Call of Duty every 9 months, so they will guarantee to have a game out every year. So,
And people
but
keep
this is
buying
third
it.
party. The difference with that is that's third party as opposed to Nintendo being first party.
Super Mario World 3D is not new. I'm just gonna shit on that right now. It is not a new game. They basically infused Mario Party in the sense of you being able to play with every single character in the Mario universe, but with the same exact levels.
That was
re-rendered.
Nelson responding to Project Justice in the chat.
Yes.
What,
Project
are
Justice
you
X.
talking about? Hold on, which one was it? This one was shitty. Nintendo Land, no.
No. It's,
Yeah.
it's the one where Mario has the raccoon on the cover.
That's Super Mario.
No,
3.
World 3D. I think
thought
Chris has
that-
it. No, I think Chris has it.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one sucked.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god.
yeah, yeah.
It tells how
one-
you really feel, Chris.
That one was all the Mario games infused into one, re-rendered,
Yeah.
and put a Mario Party scheme on it.
Yeah,
I'm
but
telling you.
multiple people at the same time. Yeah, that one was lame.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you think Nintendo is unique in every aspect, I can wipe my ass and make the same exact shit.
I don't want to
In,
know
in,
that.
in a
No,
multiple sense.
They typically do well with the Zelda and the Metroid games. Last Metroid with Team Ninja, not so much.
Well,
But
they,
they-
that,
and
that
I
was
thought that was gonna be
that
good.
was like a leap of faith with that. That was a whole
Yeah.
nother reason.
Matter of
Yeah,
fact,
but the
a good
Mario
met-
you were correct, where there's too much of it. It's just like the COD. They put out too many versions of it. But the franchises they only do once every 5 to 8 years, like Metroid and Link, they do fine because they put effort into it, and there are differences in the games.
Well, see, yeah, you have a point when it comes to that, but I'm saying like their franchise character being used in almost every fucking scenario as I possibly can imagine.
Yeah, Mario
Racing-
Burnout, pretty much like
Yeah, Mario is like
And
he's
Zelda.
everything right now.
That's
Fighting
their
games.
Mickey Mouse. That's their
Now,
Mickey
that I
Mouse.
understand, but it's like I don't know.
Tell you
To
what,
me,
give me another Burnout game. That'd be very nice.
well, you know
I
what?
mean-
The original creators that made Burnout, they're trying a new IP, which is
Yeah.
going to be a spiritual successor. That's a quick PSA, but they're
Oh,
not gone. They're not gone.
Yeah, PJ, to answer that comment about that, it's awesome, no Mario Party scheme at
Okay.
all. If we do a NGO hangout on Saturday, I'll have a personal chat with you about that because it seems like me and you is gonna have a nice little debate about that.
Yeah, it's
I wanna
okay
be
to
there.
disagree. It's okay to disagree.
But I guess to end it all, Nintendo, just don't be a dick no more. Just allow fans to praise your
Yeah.
games and actually give it more publicity and the
Well-
shine of.
Well,
the
they
internet.
just pulled a Sega with the fucking Mario Maker to get.
They ain't
their
gonna miss you
top
till you
hits.
gone.
Well, they did
Nintendo.
that to prevent the fucking piracy of all this bullshit that's been.
No,
leaked on the
They just did
internet.
that to promote their hits on the Mario Maker.
You
That's all they did
sure?
it for.
Because if I wasn't mistaken, they had a reason to done that because of some user that made Mario 64 in the Unreal 4 engine world and other various things and making like these crazy worlds that have been appearing in like what's
The-
that
the-
fucking game, Alex? Bashi, I want to be a Bashi or Boshi, whatever the fuck it is, that crazy ass platforming thing where if you fucking move 1 inch, something death defying might happen.
Yeah.
All that got put in the sense within the Mario element, and they wanted to shit all over it. So there's like, hey guys, we have Mario Maker. This is on an actual licensed home product. Get this.
Nintendo got greedy and pretty much wanted to profit off of that.
Yes,
that's all.
And they put an end to this shit. That's basically what they did. They made you upload.
But you know what? Something came to mind with like Nintendo taking chances. How many of you played Vanquish by Platinum Games?
I have.
Imagine if they made Metroid like that.
Well, they was, but it.
How dope would that be? Vanquish. Demizo, have you played Vanquish?
Nope, I have not.
You can get it either on the 360, the PC, or PS3.
It's out on PC? I thought that they were...
All Platinum games except for Anarchy Reigns is out on PC, and but Bayonetta as well. Besides those two.
Listen, if you want to see Metroid move to the next level, make it like Vanquish. That would be like the most exciting Zelda game, Metroid game ever.
I mean, that was a high-paced game.
That game was insane, bro. Like, wow. Imagine Samus sliding and they're going into slow down mode and all that. Just take that engine and put Samus in there. Nintendo would be on top, bro. Like, I would say have commission Platinum Games to do that for this new hybrid console and see where it goes.
I mean, only time can tell. They already bought out fucking Bayonetta, so Platinum Games is kind of doing somewhat is still of a third-party acts with other companies, but with certain things with like Bayonetta, they still win it.
Okay, but you know we don't want this to run too long. We can put on the director's cut.
What are you gonna say, Chris?
They only funded it. They didn't buy any part of Platinum, did they?
No.
I heard they bought a certain portion of it just for so they can keep the rights of that game on Nintendo at all times.
Like Nintendo characters are in Bayonetta too.
Yeah. Like actual scenes, music.
Yeah, I still haven't played through the first one, so I haven't touched the second.
They haven't purchased any portion of Platinum Games. They just have an agreement with Platinum Games to have Bayonetta appear in their games like Smash Brothers or whatever. They just license the character, that's it. They still don't own the rights to the Bayonetta series at all.
But they're not going to cater to the third-party companies, Project Justice. We spoke about this eons ago. They only care about their initial first-party games. They said fuck everything else. But since of the recent passing of the former president, the new one, or whoever's temporary in place right now, wants to go that route. But again, it's only time will fucking tell. What we're going to do, guys, we're going to wrap up. As mentioned before, we could do a PSA section, but to create more content and to give it more of its own shine light, Mr. Co-CEO of NGO, Alex Lexus, will be doing that on his own time with lunchtime TV, Saturday morning streams, and so on. So we'll leave room for all those PSAs that you guys will not be hearing today. This will be the end of it all right now.
Yeah, we're just experimenting. The show is ever evolving. We might bring it back. We'll see.
Yeah, we're just giving it in a different aspect of it and whatnot. So again, thank you guys for watching.
Sure. I want to just throw out a quick plug. Tomorrow, me and Alex are going to do Chivalry Medieval Combat on the PC stream. So be sure to check that out. You'll get to see us interact it's been the first time in a while that we interacted like that since the Phantasy Star days.
Oh,
Should
man.
Be very entertaining.
Yes. Okay. All right. So if, to close out, closing remarks, starting with Demizo.
Dave.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, dude. That YouTube Red launched the other day, and what that is essentially for $10 a month, you can watch YouTube channels without any ads, and there will be channels that are exclusive to YouTube Red. So that's something that you may want to look into to see if your favorite channel is going behind that paywall, since it is something that we did discuss earlier regarding paywalls.
But I already watch every YouTube video with no commercials.
Yeah. But here's the thing. That right there, YouTube Red, is pretty much the original YouTube, but you're paying for it. Fucking Google. Unbelievable. Continue.
Gotta make some more money, son.
But yeah, I really don't mind watching the commercials, because I'm a YouTube partner. That's how I make my money off of AdSense. So yeah, I'm not going behind that paywall. So people will still be able to see my channel without having to pay $10 a month. and you will be putting money in my pocket by watching the commercials that appear on my video.
Alrighty. Khalif, closing remarks, my friend.
Yeah, man. Let me see. MGO updates have come out. They got some new costumes, some pretty cool costumes actually. The original Boss costume. They got the Eva costume. A couple other things too. PS4 also put out their Twitch app, which is dog shit. Straight dog shit. I hope they patch that shit.
You should do a review on that for the show.
I just did dog shit.
Well,
Oh, damn,
And what he
it's-
means by dog shit is that it only stays affiliated with the Vita, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 content of viewing of streams. You cannot see Xbox streams, PC streams, or Nintendo streams, or
It's still
any.
on that.
See, and you see one thing though, I didn't even notice all that. My thing is just the whole function of the app is trash. Just everything, the UI just trash. I mean, it's dog shit, man. Just dog shit. They need to do better with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, on your knees, closing remarks.
Well, we're doing that stream tomorrow, and Nintendo stock. We talked about that earlier. Nintendo stock is at its near 2-year high. It's only 40 cents near its two-year high, so it's actually doing not too bad. But I don't know about the actual historic bits on it. So other than that, I got nothing else.
All right, Playboy, my man, favorite person right now. Closing remarks.
Well, reading about YouTube Red, Google is trying to simultaneously compete with Spotify and Netflix. So, and I'm just like, that's a big horse pill to swallow right there.
Yeah.
Maybe one or the other, but both of them at the same damn time. Man, can I get a remix, man? Jesus Christ.
Remix. Oh, that's like what Khalif was saying. Paying for live and PSN is kind of rough.
And you gotta worry about Prime on top of that too.
And then they could then they could do offline. They do offline mode as well. So with YouTube Red, so yeah. So
I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not like the original YouTube then. Okay.
So
Okay.
the mobile device or whatever device, you could just save it to your hard drive or to your Google Drive more than likely.
Yeah. Ah, interesting. All right, good points. And then Nelson, closing remarks before I do my Juggernaut outro.
Oh, right. I will be starting to stream more frequently again. Like I said, I had a lot of personal issues going on in my life, guys, and I kind of had to stray away from it. Also, this is not a guarantee.
Unbelievable.
We might do something on Saturday with the group, but I will have to talk to Mr. Lexus over here offline about making arrangements for this Saturday. So we might be having a special stream on Saturday. With the group hanging out together, probably playing a couple fighting games, talking about different topics. So it'll probably be like one of the first actual streams that we can put together with the actual team being in one household and such. And again, shout outs to IFC Yipes. Again, hopefully you get better, man. I really do feel bad for the people of New York City that you can't help someone who's in dire need of help, especially an old man that fell in the tracks, and you have this guy who's probably, I can't remember his age right now, I think he just turned 27, 28, I can't remember, and he wanted to help him out of the kindness of his own heart. He didn't have to, but he did the right thing, and he hurt himself in the process, and none of you guys wanted to help. That's really fucked up. Like, severely fucked up. Shout outs to Michael Hurdle, shout outs to Project Justice X, which is a fellow NGO member that's in the chat talking to us right now. And, shout outs to Full Screen for supporting us on the YouTube side of things.
Alrighty. And as I had to make this one comment, Slinky Jim put in the link a Juggernaut costume or a rubber outfit. And you have this Japanese guy running around as the Juggernaut.
Wait, where? Oh, is this? Okay, let's take a look.
It looks great. I might have to talk to this guy.
Oh shit, that's actually.
That looks official, right? All right, good stuff.
You
And he
can't
got
be
smashed.
serious.
It looks like a blow up doll, actually.
It does. I was gonna say a sex toy, but I was, you know how.
No
stupid-
comment. New gaming order. Make
It's
sure you
right up Alex's alley because he does like to go.
up my what?
Oh, ooh.
Your alley.
What?
Alex.
He said up
Whoa.
your alley, yo.
Oh.
Unbelievable. But to close out, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on newgamingorder.com. I'm bringing this to a close because my mouth still hurts from the dentist.
Working
gotta go
at
back.
street corner.
Yeah, that too. But yeah, again, check us out: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. We cover everything. Check us out on newgamingorder.com where we're doing a lot of streaming, a lot of good stuff. We're doing really good with the support, and if we keep up the momentum, hopefully we'll hit that 1,600 sub mark. You know what I mean? And this is legitimate. These are folks that keep coming back. I'd rather have a few that are constantly viewing than like 20,000 that just subscribe and don't view nothing. So thank you guys who have been supporting us since day one, since the merger. I really appreciate it. Thanks to NYC Playboy for really believing in us and joining us. And with that, we'll see you guys next week, same time. Peace.